I had a title, a salary, a job that wowed other people when I told them about it, and a LinkedIn profile that would have made my parents proud. But I gave up all of it. And for 2 years, nothing really worked the way I wanted it to. So this is not the version of the story where I'll tell you it was worth it from the beginning and I left my job and had the happiest days of my life. This is the honest truth.
After I turned 18 and completed my A-levels in 2017, I went to university for 3 years. At the time, all I wanted to do was to get a good job, make money, live a life I would be proud of. So after many rejections, when I finally got a job offer in 2019 for the 2020 Deloitte graduate scheme in London, I was very excited at the time. But 4 years later, working the whole time at Deloitte London, I increasingly felt like something was wrong, and so I left. Despite my Asian parents' insistence and against their advice, I spent the next 3 years building my own thing. Over 3,650 days of adult life, trying to figure out what I was supposed to be doing. And this story that I'm about to tell you, this is the first time I've ever talked about it to anybody.
Deloitte was a good job, and I had a good career ahead of me. I want to say that clearly. It taught me structure, it taught me discipline, and it taught me a lot of things I would have known otherwise if I didn't start a big corporate career. However, what they don't tell you when you first join the Big Four as a junior is that they say they'll develop you, but what they really mean is that they'll manage you. There's a big difference. One helps you to learn at your own pace, to do the things you want to do, and the other just helps to keep you being useful.
If I work at Deloitte for 10 years, by the time I'm 30, I would become a director. I'd make £100,000 in salary a year. After taxes, that's about £5,600 a month. And that's if I work in the London office, which has a higher salary. However, because I live in London, I live by myself, my rent would be £2,000 a month. And I spend another £1,000 on eating, traveling, and going out with friends. I would have about £2,600 left over each month for savings. That's about 30,000 savings a year. Let's say I retire at 60, I'd have about 900,000 saved up. And that means from 60 to 90, I have about 900,000 divided into 30 years, which is 30,000 a year to spend. It's enough to live comfortably, but I would have basically worked all my life just so I can survive when I'm old and have to retire. To the young me at the time, that just did not seem like a good deal. Now, I know that calculation doesn't count promotions, stock investments, or extra income, but it also doesn't include family expenses, kids, houses, cars, inflation, accidents, medical bills, insurance. So I thought if I'm young and I only live once, what better time to try to see if I can have any other way of living? And that's the reason I left. Before I tell you the rest of the story, there is something you have to know first. When I first came to the UK, my dad was jobless for 5 years. Not because he didn't try. He was an ACCA qualified accountant with many years of experience. But he was told by employers that he was overqualified, that his experience didn't transfer, he was too old in his 30s, and that there wasn't room for him in the UK labour market. This wasn't the only difficulty we faced as a family. I myself was bullied at school and had significant cultural shocks. Those experiences have made me more resilient, more aware, but also shaped who I've become today. Going back to my dad, because we had no income in our family, we went into debt, a lot. He carried that alone, the stress, the borrowing from friends, calling family asking them to lend help. He didn't tell me. He didn't want us to be afraid. So I never truly knew at the time exactly what had happened. I was 25 when he finally told me the truth and showed me the large Excel sheet with all the debt recorded on it.
So here's where I think I'm different from a lot of these online entrepreneurs. I'm not building this business to prove something or because I want to become extremely wealthy. And I'm not making this channel because I want to be famous. I'm doing this because I saw someone absorb and go through a decade of hardship in silence so that I wouldn't have to. And I really want that to mean something.
I want to build a life where me, my parents, or my future family will never have to worry about money ever again. The first year I left Deloitte in 2024, I built a career coaching business for international students. We had a good product and a good team, and I was passionate about helping others. But soon, I learned business wasn't just about all that. It was also about marketing and sales, and that was the problem. I had leads, but not enough. I hit 10K a month, then 20, but it wasn't consistent. And at night, at midnight, alone, living in the office in Dublin city centre, I would scroll through other entrepreneurs' videos on YouTube and Instagram and feel a specific kind of shame I couldn't name. Why wasn't it me yet? What am I missing? Maybe I should pivot. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I should try something else. Maybe I should just go back.
I didn't go back, not because I was brave, but because I couldn't articulate a good enough reason to convince myself that life was supposed to be how it was before, that I should just leave this journey halfway. So I just continued. Looking back now, I think it's true I wasn't really building the right business yet during that year. However, I think I was becoming the person that could build something great. You could say for that year, I was building myself. And I'm not telling you this because I want to go, I'm working long hours, I'm on the grind, look at me. You know that already. You expect the hard work. I'm telling you this because it taught me something else that I really needed to understand at the time. It showed me building a business for what it was. Accumulating customers, figuring out what works, negotiating the price, making money.
Now, a few years later, my father now has his own accounting firm, and I have my own business helping creators and consumer brands in the UK grow. We collectively serve over 300 businesses in the UK and make millions a year.
There's still many things I don't know, but I do know this. That version of me that left the job, afraid, anxious, and uncertain, was right about one thing. There was something that was concrete worth going towards after all on the other side. All that time feeling alone, feeling lost. That was me reimagining myself, figuring out who I really am, who I could be, what I'm capable of.
So please, follow along on my journey. I don't know where I'll end up, but your support might make all the difference.